We are launching our new show called Don't Call Me Auntie. First of all, we're not sure if that's a name, so if y'all think of a better name, let us know.
And if you guys do like Don't Call Me Auntie, let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah. Have the best quality of life, single woman.
Yes. For people who don't have kids, like, baby, them dogs they get the life. Life has actually, in fact, shown us that we do not need somebody. Life has shown us that we came in this bitch alone. At this point in 2025, we can absolutely leave alone.
Yeah.
With a little bump and grind.
Okay.
I don't see nothing wrong. Hold on. Can we take a sip? Cheers.
Cheers.
Erin and Amanda.
I thought we were going to do this fake thing where we just let the drinks sit on the table. You know what? Because sometimes when I watch our old videos, like our old shows, I'm like, I'm drinking my drink way too much. Ain't nobody else drinking. I'm like, Amanda, you drinking way too much. Put the cup down.
I think the camera moves enough, for it to divide.
I have to know where the camera is then. I have to know when it's not on me so that people watching me don't think that I'm like downing drinks on set,
Well, I want my whole table to be seen over here. I got a lip gloss, not gonna tell you the brand.
But it's like a cute pink drink that goes with the aesthetics, though.
My glasses, and I get hella compliments on my glasses. Not gonna tell you the brand unless they pay me.
It's below. You guys look below.
And shout out to my line sister. Like, my dog ate my old fan like this that I got from one of my line sisters, and my other one went to Ghana and she got me shoe replaced it. So shout out to her. Love you.
So that's not the one that we usually know.
Well, I've had this one for a while. Remember when I went to Colombia with my line trip last year?
Yeah. That's when she replaced it?
No, that's when one of my line sisters gave me hers. Because I was like, oh my God. I said, I'll even buy it from you. I don't care.
Oh, okay. So that is the one that I know.
This is the one, this is the one that got replaced. Okay. Because Rue, she was a baby. She ate my fucking whatever. My line sister got this from...
Why are you so surprised?
Well, because
other places can have that.
No, I just don't know where they got them from. Like, I don't know if they making these in Curacao. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, anyway, it don't matter.
Like, anybody can make it.
Anyway, Amanda's over here she's jealous of the fan, y'all.
I'm not. I don't get hot like her.
So I pay my dad, because he does a job for me that actually needs to be done. So I pay my dad. And he was like, can you let me know what days I'm going to be paid? I was like, okay, cool. I will. I said, I'll pay you on the 15th of every month, right? Because really, I want it to be after I get paid. Mm-hmm. Because if anything happens, because I'm drawing money from my account. I'm drawing money from maybe an account where I have, a HELOC on something. It just depends. But I want it to be once I get paid. That means I can secure that particular payment, If that makes any sense to y'all. Yes, not y'all, but these people, And so he was like, well, can you just let me know what day I'm gonna be paid? Because I don't like waiting, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, okay. I said, sure. I'll pay you on the 15th going forward. And then I prepaid him. And I'm gonna tell you, I don't prepay nobody. I don't prepay a mortgage, a bill, anybody who is a debtor to Aaron Campbell will never get prepaid. Because what if I'm not here tomorrow? What am I prepaying for? Now you got my money.
And I'm gone.
What is now my estate needs to come get my $75 from you. Because I'm dead now, And I'm good. I don't really curse with my parents, my brother does that, with my mom. I'm not really one of them new age kids where they be cursing with their parents. I don't do that. And I said, you would never let no half-ass work happen at your house.
Was that the curse?
Half-ass, yeah.
Oh.
Is that a curse? I mean, I thought it was.
I mean, it is, but I thought you meant something
like serious.
Fuck? Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't. I think I would have to be wasted to say that in front of my parents. Who the fuck you think you talk like that?
No. Not that's cursing at your parents, but using a curse word like in
like
a
these
sentence.
fuck niggas.
Yeah.
Oh no,
I can't even imagine you saying fuck niggas to a parent.
I just think that the more we work together, and honestly, as long as my dad is like here, like thank God, you know, because my dad's like retired, like he don't do shit. You know, he goes to the gym.
That's doing stuff.
I don't know what he does. Like, to be honest, when he be like, "Oh, I'm busy," I really don't know what the fuck he be doing. Like, what are you doing? You don't have
Keeping himself busy.
doing what? You don't have a kid to look after. You're not going to see your parents every day. My daddy literally only has like 3 friends. Like, real talk, I'd be wanting to ask him, like,
No, you're trying to play him.
I'm not, no, this is reality. I'm not playing him. I really just want to know, like, what is he doing all day when he's like, I'm busy. Cool.
They say he don't got nothing to do all day. He got 3 friends. You have no life.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying. And I actually told, you know what I told him the other day? I said, Daddy, I said, listen, I said, you've been my age before. You understand everything that I am dealing with. You know what I mean? And at that time, he had a kid. So he's dealing with a kid, his kid's mother, because they split up when I was young. He's dealing with a mortgage and work and just everything. You know what I'm saying? So I had to really break it down to him. I was like, you understand what it's like to be my age. So for you to just be so inconsiderate right now is like disrespectful. And I don't like it.
People don't always see things if they're not in that position.
Oh, absolutely.
To be honest.
You are 1,000,000% correct. 1,000,000%.
If that's not their position, they're not trying to put themselves in your shoes.
But I'm okay with reminding people. Right? Right? I'm just saying, like, because the thing is that I remember when I was a young kid, when my dad was my age. I'm not saying I knew that he was stressed, but I remember my dad just like not being happy. Like, I remember people like, oh, David a grump.
That just made me think. I knew my mom when I was my age. I was alive.
Right. What was
I
she
don't remember.
like?
I was like too young. I was like 3 at this point.
But what do you remember? But think about it. What do you remember when you were like 5, 6, 7? Like, I remember my parents very clearly at those ages. 5, 6, 7.
I don't know if this is a very selfish answer, but I only remember me. Like I only remember.
I've been growing my whole life, so I've been looking in.
Like my younger memories are very specific to what I was doing, what me and my siblings were doing. I really don't remember if my mom was happy, if she was working. Well, she definitely was working, but like I just like the only memory I have is like her picking me up from school and dropping me off. Like our home life, I can't remember.
I definitely remember. And maybe because my parents were separated, maybe that's why I remember, because there were certain things that they just made a mark in my brain, I guess. But I definitely remember.
I'm like, what was we doing at home when we weren't at school? Doing homework, then going to bed? I don't know. It just doesn't seem like anything memorable. I don't remember anything. Anytime like family time things, no. We never, like we have a dining room. We eat there, but not as a family.
Really?
Yeah.
Where y'all eat it?
No, like we'll eat there. My mom would like put our plates on the table just for like me and my.
She was making everybody's plates?
Yeah.
How old were you?
I mean, as a kid. I'm talking about when I knew
How old were you?
I was like 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like 3.
Okay. No, that's fine.
But like those younger years, like, yeah, she would put me and my sister's food on the table. And after we do homework, like, yeah, it's time to eat. Her and my father wouldn't necessarily eat at the same time. Sometimes we have an island in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes like they'll eat up there. But we never all like sat together at a table and ate. Like we never did that. It had to be Christmas or Thanksgiving for us to do that.
You know what? That's actually the reason why I didn't even want a dining room in my house when we built it. Because I was like, what are we using it for? We're going to use it 3 times a year?
I know a lot of houses that are built without one.
Well, our architect was like, yeah, that's stupid. He was like, y'all need a dining room for resale value. So we ended up putting a dining room in there.
That is true.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But we have our wine cabinet, fridge, the situation in there. We have that.
We have that in there too.
And then when people come to the house, we
where
be
else
in
would
there.
that go if we didn't have a dining room?
Basement, maybe? I don't know.
Nah.
I don't know, but back to, let me just finish the story with Benjamin Campbell, child. I really don't know what he does during the day. And so I don't want to be rude and be like, what are you doing anyway? You know what I'm saying? But I was just like, look, I've paid you what I owe. Sorry, it was late. I've also paid you in advance because I don't want to be any hold up to anything. So at this point, I'll send you an email in about a week with all the things I need done according to a particular timeline.
I'm like, you didn't send him 10 to 20 emails. I'm not emails, text messages. And now you're saying, well, next week I'll send you an email.
No. Only email, because the email it has like, I've embedded links. So I want a particular thing to like keep people off my grass. So if I'm making sure I have grass, I don't want tenants parking on it, right? Because I think that, first of all, if you park on grass.
In Texas, that's what they do.
Period. And there's a driveway and a street and you park on grass, that is the most ghetto shit ever. That is like the equivalent of like when you go to somebody's house and their like blinds are all fucked up.
Huh?
Yeah. Sorry. That's how I look at it. Don't walk on the grass. Don't park on the grass. I could see if there's like maybe an event and you have to. So say there's a crawfish boil, right? And we need the back of the truck to be like, to pull all the sacks of crawfish off. Makes sense. But like when you're done with all of that, like move the truck. Like I bought a bunch of stuff.
Like car parked on grass, dead smack in front of the house.
Is what?
Right in front of the house.
Front, side, whatever. No, grass is not meant to be parked on.
I get it. But I'm just saying, if you do have grass surrounding your house, I don't know. I just can't even imagine. We don't do that here. So I'm just trying to.
Well, y'all don't have space. So that I get. But it's more so like.
Is it like the same thing as like parking on the pavement?
No, because pavement is meant to be parked on.
No. Like, you're supposed to park on the street, but you can't find no parking, so you went up on the sidewalk.
In like a little bit of the grass.
Right. So say that there was a house right here.
Okay, yeah. I think we're talking about different things. So say you have this your house right here, you have a driveway, right? And this your house, and you got some grass right here, and that's your driveway. People in Texas, or really, the shit probably happen everywhere. They will park on your grass. Like this your driveway, and people are parked here, so there's no more parking on the premises.
Right.
So instead of parking on the street, they park on the grass. That is problematic. You need to run me my motherfucking money if you park on my grass. I don't care if it's weeds. Don't park on my grass. No.
Okay, there's always next time.
I like aunties and nieces, or nieces and aunties.
That is what Erin has said a long time ago. But
Yeah.
I do like the name "Don't Call Me Auntie," even
because
though
it gives
even though I'm obviously not an auntie, but it's still cute.
But you can always make that your like, y'all know I'm not an auntie.
And
Pero.
I be calling myself an auntie only just a little bit. Just because I don't know the kids' lingos and the songs that they be listening. The kids. Mm-hmm. I have a 20-year-old little cousin who stays with me during the summer, and I just don't. When I hear him talking on the phone, when I hear what the music he's listening to,
what does it sound like?
I'm
what
just
does it sound like?
I don't like they use lingo in everything, and I was just like, when I was 20 years old, I don't think I sounded like that. I don't think me and my friends moved like that. It's just so. Different. I just feel old.
All right, I think so. Maybe it is. Don't call me auntie.
Don't call me auntie.
Okay.
Oh, and he doesn't like when I do TikTok dances. He's like, ew, Amanda.
Oh, that's not cool. I mean, I don't do them, but it's not cool.
Oh, apparently I'm not cool.
All right. So
But I am. He just doesn't know.
All right, y'all. What is up? It's your girl, Erin the Renegade, and
it's your girl, Amanda Sue.
First of all, she's Jamaican, and her name is Amanda Sue. But
half Jamaican, half
Wait, but Trinities put the H on there too, don't they?
No, they don't.
They don't?
They don't.
They just say, Amanda.
No,
they like
they
sing, they sing the song.
No.
Amanda.
You know, like there's like a lot of different pronunciations.
Wait,
for
let
the
me
letter
do
A.
this. Let me do this. All right. Guys, welcome. Jesus Christ.
Welcome. Go ahead. Okay, country. Go ahead.
I can only be what I am. All right. Y'all, we are launching our new show called Don't Call Me Auntie. First of all, we're not sure if that's a name. So if y'all think of a better name, let us know.
And if you guys do like Don't Call Me Auntie, let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah.
Like, even though I am an auntie and Amanda wants to be a semi-auntie.
I don't want to be. Listen, because obviously I'm still young. I'm in my prime. But you know, I can't. I
think your prime is when you got a little change. Am I wrong?
Listen, she's trying to come for me right now.
I didn't come for you.
She's trying to come for me right now, but I'm low key in the millennials. I'm like low key a millennial. I can't relate to the Gen Z, so yeah, don't make that face, but don't call me auntie.
So yeah, right now we for this week is Don't Call Me Auntie. But you know what's really interesting? I like it because it is very like across the cultures. When I moved here, it's like all the Caribbean people and even all the like, you know, like Nigerian, Ghanaian, like everybody's like auntie this, auntie that. Even if it's your cousin, you like your second cousin, you call them auntie.
Literally,
I call cousins by their first name.
Well, me too. And most of my cousins are my second cousins. Like they're my mom's cousins, so they're older than my mom's age.
And you call them auntie, huh?
Actually, no.
Really?
I don't.
It must be your Trini side.
Well, yeah.
That's why. No respect.
Call them by their names. And
first name?
My cousins.
Jesus.
My cousins, yeah. But my cousin has this best friend who we grew up with. Like I grew up knowing her. She's basically like my cousin. But so I have a few friends in Trinidad now, and me and my mom and this cousin were out for drinks, and one of them came to meet us for drinks. And I'm like I'm like, oh, this is my mom. I'm about to say, this is my cousin. She's like, no, I'm auntie. Hi, hello. I'm like, I've never called you auntie a day in my life.
They don't want it to be misunderstood.
It was just so funny because I'm like, go ahead, girl. You auntie, go ahead.
I'm not gonna lie, like, so I'm going to my mom. So my mom's first cousin. I'm going to her birthday party. She's older than my mom, like sometime like next month or whatever. And I've never in my life called her auntie, but if my mom made me, like, you know, like growing up, I could see why, because she older than my mama. So she definitely older than me.
You know, I have this theory that my mom didn't really know how to mom just yet. When because she had us back
Your
to
mommy
back.
was being a haney.
And she didn't like require us to say auntie and uncle with her siblings.
This is my mama's sibling though. This is my mama's first cousin. Well, I guess they're kind of like
no, but I feel like when people come around me and my sisters and they hear us like addressing my aunts and uncles by their first name, they're like, what?
Keisha.
And it's like,
no,
my mom,
Shelly.
My mom is the oldest of her siblings, and she had us in her early 20s. Mm-hmm. So her siblings were teens. I think her brother right after her, he was probably like 20 years old. Yeah, he was like 20 years old. All of them else were teens. So I don't know. We just called them by their names, and it's just so weird to some people. And honestly, like looking back at it now, it is kind of weird, but that's just how we grew up saying that.
I get it, but I don't. But I do get it. And again, I'm telling you, my mom's first cousin, who is at least 10 years older than her. No, or at least 8 years older than her. Like, I've never in my entire life, even when I was like a little kid, I've never called her auntie. Like, I just called her by her name. Her name is Roxanne. But I called her mom. Like, her name was, like she was, her name was Aunt whatever. Mm-hmm. It was actually, huh? No, it was aunts. It wasn't even aunt. So y'all, my family's from Louisiana, very country. I won't even say I called her aunt. Her name was Nanan. I called her Nanan. Like that's just a thing in Louisiana.
Or like when
I don't know what that is, but it sounds.
Yeah.
What
or like some
call?
Caribbeans say tanty.
Oh well, we say T whatever. Like if your name is like
Hispanics say TT sometimes.
Oh, they do?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that. Because I thought it was Tia. But like say if your name was like Marie.
That's how you say aunt in Spanish, but like addressing like an auntie, they'll say TT.
Oh, I didn't know that. And I'm from Houston with all the Mexicans. That's interesting.
With all the Mexicans.
But my let me see. Like if I have an aunt named Marie, like we'll say like T Marie or like T Michelle or like
that's my mom.
Or Nan, they'll say Nan something. So I don't know. It's very maybe I guess the French what's the word? But you know what?
Get here.
Speaking.
Oh, don't call me auntie.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. Yeah. So wait, let us know if y'all like the name or not. I think it's cool. I like it.
I like it. I think it's catchy.
But if you got something better, let us know because a lot of y'all are very, they're very creative.
I like creatives.
Yeah, you're creative. I'm not a creative at all.
I feel like I would have never came up with that though. Whose idea was that?
Hallen.
So what was your pick, Marie? There's
something out there with that name. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I've heard that before. Fair enough. and heavy is the head. That is the name that I've titled my husband's book that he's gonna write. This is like 10 years ago. I told him that.
Or we could get a name with like a crown in the top title.
I don't know. I like heavy is. Let us know, guys. What do y'all like? Heavy is her head, or do you like Don't Call Me Auntie? Let us know. That's all. I think as a woman, there's already so much that you carry, whether it's on purpose, whether it's happenstance, whether it's, just based on society. You know what I mean? But then when you add on top of that, because we're both black women, there's like
with
a
blonde
whole
hair.
Oh, with blonde hair. Because we're definitely, what is it called when you steal somebody's image? What they say? We're definitely appropriating. But anyway, I think when you add that, add that layer on, it's heavy. There's literally no other word. It really is heavy. And then when you add on top of that, like being an immigrant, you know what I mean? Or being like, first gen. Well, okay. Sorry, guys. First gen or, and let's be real. When you are first gen, you were raised like an immigrant.
To a certain degree.
Most of my friends, and you may be an outlier. I would say that most of my friends, their parents who are their parents who came here in their first gen, there's a huge immigrant influence.
I understand that. I probably could be an outlier only because my parents came to America as teens and have
like teens, like 13, 14?
No, my mom finished school, so she was probably like 16, 17.
Okay.
And my dad fully did high school in
Jamaica.
No. Here.
Oh, he was a kid. Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
so it's just like they got to experience America before they had us. So they weren't. You're
didn't right. That is different. You're right.
Yeah.
I absolutely get that. I mean, most of my experiences with like my friends who are first gen, is typically where their parents, high school, or maybe they came here for college. They came here for college, or they came here in their early 20s, like nursing school, med school, whatever. Like they came here at a time where they had to make a decision when they were raising their kids as to, are we raising them as like Americans, or are we raising them as what we know, as, I don't know, Nigerians, Jamaicans, Trini.
I mean, it's a lot easier to raise them as what you know And
Yeah.
as you're going and as you're learning American culture,
out, yeah.
incorporate, especially when you have kids growing up in this culture. So, they have to adapt to some things. So
Shout out to the immigrant parents. It seems like it's a hard situation.
I learn so many things about my family year by year that I just never knew before. Earlier this summer, I spent 2 weeks in Trinidad, and my grandfather told me that he basically raised my mom and her siblings by himself most of the time because my grandmother was so busy going back and forth to America for
Gallivanting?
months at a time.
Was she gallivanting?
No, she was working.
Oh, okay.
And she would like send money back to them and only come home every once in a while. So he basically took care of them. And I was like, I had no idea. I thought that she, started working in America like way later.
This is your grandmother that lives by you, right?
Oh, well, she lives in Long Island now.
Oh, okay.
My grandmother that lives downstairs from me, she's Jamaican.
I want to segue into something, and it's something that, and I know this is very like off topic. It's not what we planned, but I saw something today. It was Melanie Hopson. You know what I'm talking about? Is George Lucas's wife, and she made a comment.
Also, tell me, who's George Lucas?
Really?
Oh, I don't watch Star Wars.
Y'all help a child. I've never seen a Star Wars anything in my life, but I know who made it.
Oh, he made it, so he's not in it. I know what he looks like.
If y'all want to help Amanda, send us some love offerings.
First of all, that question was asked like off to the side. Who's George Lucas? And she's trying to call me out for it.
That's actually something you should know. That's not a black thing. White. No, it's kind of.
What is that information going to do for me?
It's like, do you know who Michael Jackson is?
Of course I do.
It's kind of like one of those things.
Nah, it's not.
A very big deal. Like it's.
I'm going to tell everybody that you compare George Lucas to Michael Jackson.
Fine.
Because
what they gonna do? Tell me I'm wrong.
Like the fans of Star Wars will like sleep for like 5-6 days. You know how people would stay 6 days for tickets to see Michael Jackson, like wait in line. It's the equivalent.
No, she doesn't know
of like what they would do 6-7 days. There's a story. Somebody was dying and they tried to break into his house because they knew they were going to die, just so they could see how one of his movies was going to end. Like, he's kind of a big deal.
A very big deal. I've literally in my life, I've never seen a Star Wars anything, but I certainly know who the maker is. It's one of those type things.
Okay. Noted.
Like Star Trek, literally they could say Star Trek, Star Wars, and I'm like, it's all the same. No, I know it's not, but I'm just saying, like, I know
I
literally,
Star Wars is the real thing. Right?
No. They're different.
I know they're different.
But see, so you know Star Wars. That's what I'm saying. Like,
my mom is a Star Wars fan, so no, that does not.
Wait, you
literally
literally
does not mean anything to me.
How is your mama a fan and you don't know who George Lucas is?
Because when did Star Wars come out? All the how many movies is there? I'm about to say,
I don't know, probably 75. I don't know.
Anyways, I was a young person. I could know that my mom likes the movies,
fair enough,
and not know the names.
So, assignment to the nieces: go just do a little cursory Google search on Star Wars. That's all. I've never, again, I don't know the difference. I just know some of the characters, like Luke, I'm your father. Like, I know that.
I know Luke Skywalker.
Right, yeah.
My mom said that if she had a boy, she would name him Luke because of Star Wars. Yeah.
Fan. Mama probably like George Lucas. And George Lucas like black women, so I don't know. She was probably trying to get up on George, but anyway.
I mean, then I would have heard his name. So
this is a segue into something I saw today, and hopefully you can pull this up, Alan, but it was Melanie Hopson making a comment about, even though as a black woman, as a black person in America, she was like, I know that I have tough decisions every day. I have very, like, conditions could be bad, X, Y, and Z, but I've never picked cotton. I've never, had a baby and been out on the fields the next day or 2 days later. Pretty much just like, explaining how poor the conditions were for Black Americans in this country. And she was saying that to, I think, help us kind of understand that whatever we're going through right now is not that bad.
My very, very, very worst day. I always tell people I'm not in a field picking cotton. I wasn't forced to have a baby and go back to work in the field. I get real literal and I say, whatever I am bearing, it's not even close. There is no pity party, no complaining here, because in the scheme of things, even in the worst scenarios that I have been in, and there have been some tough ones, it was better than that.
And her saying that is sort of compares like, oh, the bottom, like the floor is like being a slave. You know what I mean? And so comparing whether your life is good or whether you have opportunities or whether things are fair is like all those things you compare it to being a slave. And I actually don't think that's fair, because I don't know. It's hard for me to say it without like using cuss words, but it's hard, like comparing, like making the floor to your life today in 2025, comparing that to like the slavery of our ancestors, whether they be in Trinidad, in Jamaica, in Haiti, here in America, wherever they were, because we all came from the same place, you know, whether you were an African here, you know, initially or not. I understand what she's saying, because it helps you to be grateful. And I also, because when I pray, I always say like, God, give me the mental fortitude or the mental like capacity and stability like of my ancestors. Give me the wherewithal to like see things through like my ancestors did. I always pray that, because but for them there would be no me, there would be no you, there'd be no us. So I'm just when I'm being grateful and I pray, I always say that kind of stuff. But I don't think comparing our lives today and the struggles that we have today should be compared to being a slave or being an enslaved person. And like I sent that out to like my group chat, to my line sisters, whatever, because I really wanted to know what other people thought, just to kind of check what I was thinking. You know, like maybe I'm
bugging.
Yeah, or maybe I'm not right. I'm and first and foremost, Melanie Hopson, rich as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So whatever decisions she's making, where they may be hard, you know, it's not anywhere close to what anybody in this room, and everybody in this room got money. So let's not be fake about that. All right. So it's not anything close to what we're deciding, you know? And so for her to make the comparison, I felt like it was kind of disingenuous, but I also understand the comparison because it helps you to be grateful about what we have, about what our people have, you know, whether you're not indigenous, whether you were here as an enslaved person or whatever, or whether you're an immigrant and your family has like made something here. I think it helps you to be grateful about what our predecessors, what our family has done before us.
I think that was her only intention, was to help us to be grateful. But the message coming from her, I think also
yes,
kind of, gave you the feeling that it gave you.
Yeah.
And had it been
anybody else,
random TikToker,
yeah,
random girl on the internet, it would have been like, maybe we should be grateful, because time sure did change.
I mean, like real talk, like I literally went through the whole, like, if you think linearly, I know everyone doesn't think linearly, but like I went through that whole like line of thought. I was like, you know what? That's a good thing to think. But then I was like, what the fuck? You comparing this to slavery? Like that's 400 whatever something years ago. And there's been so many things that have changed, but again, there's so many things that have not changed.
Yeah.
And that's what I like typed out to my line sisters. I was like, what she's saying is like a comparison to a time when we were actually in chains, right? Whether you were in the United States, whether you were in a Caribbean country, whatever, minus Haiti. Sorry, I know y'all like to. Yeah,
That's literally when we had no power.
right. But what I'm saying is that the chains have been replaced with policies. They've been replaced with institutional policies that keep us where we are and where only a few of us can go from the bottom up. Certainly psychological manipulation. Think about it. Like all the fucking like Union, is it the Confederate statues or whatever. You know the reason why they had those things? It was literally to like intimidate people. Not people. To intimidate freed slaves to like stay in line and to show like where you're nothing. This is who we, exalt, and this is what it is. So I totally understand what she's saying, because I think it does teach you gratefulness. The other side, it's really hard for me to.
Can I ask you a question to Amanda's, like what Amanda was saying? Do you think because she's married to George, talking to George like I know him,
Mr. Lucas.
George Lucas.
He's like, girl. Like, do you think and he's a white man, right? Do you think that makes a difference?
The point I was making was that she has money. That she's...
But that too.
Well,
right.
Well, yeah, she is... Well, I don't know if she grew up privileged, but she is privileged. She is privileged. And, she's doing well for herself because of... Because of who her man is, Mr.
No. Independently wealthy. Yeah. Independently wealthy.
You see, I don't... Oh, okay. Well, rich couple. It didn't even have anything to do about her being married to a white man, because I don't know their couple. I just learned about this man 2 minutes ago.
2 seconds.
So,
Right.
So no, it didn't have anything to do about that. But if she's someone that is very well off and does very well for herself, that I think that the message would kind of be like...
Trust me, when you said that, it made total sense to me, because I wouldn't have even second guessed what she said. Because I would have thought that, okay, she already, the context is there. She already understands that. Mm-hmm. But for someone to be she's more than privileged. Let's just be real.
That doesn't prove any point. That doesn't prove any point to me, because you're saying she hustled out of Princeton. She went to...
No. Let me just clarify. What he's saying is that she did come from humble.
Okay.
And she made it to Princeton. So Princeton was like the launch pad, which put her in a different league or whatever. Totally get that. But I still think that the point that Maria's trying to make is, had she not, let's just say she went to, what's the school over here? Newark, New Jersey. Yeah, Rutgers. Let's just say she went to Rutgers and she made, I don't know, she had a little house here, made $100,000 a year. Like, she's just a regular fucking person. How would her message have been received?
Well, the only skepticism about her being the person is that she has money, right? So Alan's example of her growing up and hustling out of Princeton and paying 4 times a month, that doesn't prove any point to me.
I would never in my life.
But you have the money to pay 4 times. So it's not like you're doing so horribly, or that you have to hustle and maybe I don't know what the hustle is. You used the word hustle. I don't really know or understand.
Well, she may have been like doing without other, things that people in her, environment were doing.
Right. Well, we can't be clear on like what that was, but if you had it to even do that, like, were you scared because you were Black and they could have taken it away from you?
That's the point.
Because it can't be that you're poor. Because if you're coming up with
poor.
Yeah, if you're coming with 4 payments a month.
I think she was saying it from a place of gratitude. I really do.
She's coming from gratitude.
I really do. But I don't think that everybody has the capacity to understand that she's saying it from a place of gratitude.
Yeah.
Like they don't, or even just the knowledge of who she is and where she's come from, that she's coming from a place of gratitude. Because trust me, when she said it, I knew exactly what she meant. But I also had to like I think about people who don't know who she is. Shit, her husband is bigger than her. You don't even know who he was. You know what I'm saying?
Both of them is.
So I think people who don't have that perspective, I can understand why they'll be like, oh, well, she's a gazillionaire. She's married to blah, 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 and so they won't understand the message. But because the message is important. I think it's very important for us to understand why we are here, but not to let that be to make shit okay. Because the policies, the institutional bullshit, the laws, just everything, like none of it is okay. But Black people, we have done an amazing job of being like, fuck around. We gonna still do it. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. You literally can't stop us. You know what's funny? But you say Black people prevail. You know what I said? I say when the shit really hit the fan within the next, we'll say 6 to 9 months, you know who's gonna be all right?
Black people.
Like, do you really know who's gonna be all right? Because you know what one of my favorite foods is?
Rice and beans. Me too. Wait, hold on. I don't know how much time.
Tuna. Literally, I bought some like fancy albacore in my salad tonight. I love sardines, and I mix it with the y'all's pickles. It was some pickles I got from over here, and I mixed it with my sardines.
I don't know how much times I've said this in like the past month. I promise you. I'm like,
you like rice and beans, yeah.
If shit really do hit the fans,
baby, Aaron Campbell is good.
Rice and beans, I'm good.
All the Caribbean people. Wait a minute. All the Caribbean people. All the I'll say all the Southern Black Americans. I'm be honest. We gonna be good. Like,
bro, I don't even remember who I was saying this to just a week ago.
Right. Ralph Lauren launched a new campaign.
You're not the target audience for this. It wasn't meant for you, and that's okay. Why is Black people being shown in a positive light such a problem for you? We didn't all grow up stealing. In fact, if I ever thought about stealing, my mom would probably put me 6 feet under. It's not one band, one sound. We are not a monolith, and we all grew up with different experiences. Not everything is out of a Tyler Perry struggle movie. The same people that have a problem with this are the same people in school talking about, look at that nigga reading. Why does he talk so white? You're so articulate. Are you trying to be white? Just for simply wanting to do well in school. This collection does an excellent job in showcasing that we have diverse styles, diverse opinions within the Black community. We started dandyism, we can dress preppy, we can do great tailoring. This collection is out of your budget and that's why you're upset. That's a totally different conversation to have. But in this day and age where we have brands like American Eagle pushing eugenics with Cindy Sweeney, it's even more important to be able to have this type of representation as a part of American culture.
I'll let you go first. You from New York?
I'm from New York. I only have one opinion about this. I'm not... Okay, well, let me not say like I have like a very strong opinion, but that I can see both sides of this. And I would not necessarily have the same response that that young Black man has had to this campaign. One, I wouldn't immediately say like, oh, you guys just can't afford it, whatever. There are some people that would say this isn't a proper representation of Black people, which isn't true, but it is a certain kind of Black group that is a representation of. So you might fit the narrative. You might fit in that group, but it also does remind me of like Will coming to live with his cousins in Bel Air. That like they were an uppity, rich Black family. And we got to see a Black family live in a big house and do the golfing and, you know, do all of the things.
Private school.
Like we got to see them do that.
yeah.
And Will was just a little bit of an outcast because he's from Philly. And that's not what he usually does. Whatever. He was like exposed to a different way of life. And that's really all it is. So it's not that they can't afford it, or I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it, but I do understand them trying to differentiate the two, if that makes sense.
There's classism everywhere.
There is classism everywhere, and I think that within the Black community, nobody really wants to speak about that because we're supposed to be one band, one sound. Like he said, like who wants to purposely pit a Black person against a Black person? Nobody. I feel there it is done. We all know we kill each other all the time, and it's just like what? Yeah, honestly, it's crazy, but I feel like when we're talking about classism,
but Amanda, let me interject. So, is there not classism amongst everybody else in America?
oh yeah,
Right. So, like, why is it a big deal why is classism called out when we have a beautiful representation of like Black people in America? And these are not immigrant Americans. These are Black people who were,
okay, run it back one more time.
like why
is it a consideration?
Like why are we questioning whether this is classism whereas there's classism everywhere? You got trailer park trash and you got wealthy white Americans. You got poor white folks that, first of all, we know that, well, most of y'all don't know, but like white people are the biggest like recipients of government services in the United States. So you have those people versus the ultra rich. Classism. You have, and I remember when my husband and his brother first came to Houston, they couldn't believe how many like Mexican people were like upper class, like nice cars, nice homes, police officers, lawyers, doctors, everything, because that's not what they saw here in New York. So it's like, why are we questioning whether it's a class when it comes to us? Like, why is it a class issue when it comes to us? Why is it just like, well, these some Black people that we don't know about, they live in a life that looks pretty cool, and we don't know about it. Like, why? It's like, why is it a thing? That's mostly what I'm saying.
I think that just as
are they haters?
I wouldn't want to call them haters.
I don't know. It seemed like some hater shit to me.
I just think that honestly, it just don't got nothing to do with them. I feel like that it is geared towards a certain Black community, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but I also don't feel like it's like, oh, well, you can't afford this. So, I don't know. I feel like maybe that comment was like throwing me off. The man that spoke in this.
Yeah, I mean, there's different takes on it. I think he came so hard.
He did.
Because there were people who made reaction videos that were so like really extra, like, what you talking about? We don't do that around here. And it's like, what? Who doesn't do that around here?
Like, don't speak for the rest of us.
Okay, but before I forget, you said that there were people making reaction videos saying like, well, who does this represent? This is not us, whatever. And as we, got to talk, it does represent a certain, community. I feel like I understand the pullback a little bit, because even in those communities, there are many white people and maybe a sprinkle of Black people in the mix when we look at these kind of communities.
I'll give you
this old Bluff. How do you say?
Bluffs.
Oak Bluff. Okay, just write it down in there. Is that typically an area where there are a huge percentage of Black people?
Yes. Yeah. That's the thing. Yeah.
Was that included in this commercial, in this campaign? But it wasn't mentioned in there.
It's like, why would you mention something that already exists? Yeah. It's like, oh, the sky's blue. I actually don't even think that it's appropriate to put it in that category, Alan, saying it's Black bourgeois, because perfect example, I had a debutante.
Yeah, you're taking away the normalcy of it if you're saying this black.
Right. So it's like to call me black bourgeois when I had a debutante, tons of my friends had it, my cousins had it who were after me. Like, we're literally no different. This is literally our environment. This is what we do. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think that a lot of black people just aren't educated on it, because as I am not, and as you guys are educating me right now, it's just like, okay, yeah, this is normal, and especially if they're paying homage to
Mm-hmm.
Oak Bluff, it's like, okay, cool, I see what they're doing there. I feel like for the black people that don't know anything about this, they're doing white shit and they're putting black people in there, because black is,
Which
you
is
know, get the black people in there so people can pay attention, because
that, you know what, Amanda, that's very fair. And I can understand that, but I also have to counter that with saying that we all have a fucking supercomputer in our pocket. Like, if I had a pocket, I'll put this bitch right here. It's a supercomputer. So it's like, if you have any questions about what this is, or whether it's real or if it's fake, if it's something that black people really do, like, just Google it. Like, so it's like, instead of you getting on here doing a whole diatribe about how this is not black people and you ultimately come out looking stupid as fuck, just Google it. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally everything is worth a Google. And I'm gonna say this because there are things like, I'll see something online and I'm like, hey, well, what is this? Or where? And I just erase the message because I have Google. Why would I trouble somebody else with such an absurd question when I can just easily look it up for myself? You know what I mean? Otherwise, I mean, real talk, I look dumb as hell. Like, much like the people who are making these videos.
Families like mine
the point
have
is not
vacation
that all
here.
black people struggle. Some
It's
people
been a place
live
where, at
normal
least for the
lives.
summer, the world did not look
Doesn't
at
have
us
to be a
and
struggle.
define us solely by race.
For many, many people, they had to operate in the white world 80% of their life. And, you know, at some point you need a chance to put your guard down.
Mm-hmm.
I need a bathing suit like that.
My grandma has a
When I was
picture of a
young,
bathing suit like
the
that.
8-hour
So
drive
cute.
to the Vineyard was one of the only times my whole family was together. The four of us
I wanna do
kids
a shoe
fought
like
the
that.
whole ride. But
Need
when we
one of them
turned the
cars.
last bend and saw the ferry, we all got excited because we knew we were almost there.
You knew you were going to come to the Vineyard and something different happened. You were free. We didn't come to Martha's Vineyard, really. We came to Oak Bluffs.
Which is separate.
There is also a
Very separate.
show Forever. The two black kids, they liked each other.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen it, but I know what you're talking about. Is
It's
Don
on
Cheadle? Is
Netflix.
that Don
It was
Cheadle
very
that's in it?
popular when it came out. It probably came out maybe in like May.
Yeah, recently. Her name's like Keisha.
Keisha.
Mm-hmm.
Keisha was struggling with her mom. That was a struggling black family. They're barely a family.
It was a fam.
Fam. And she liked this boy. He was very well off. Two parents. He had a brother. They lived in this big house. And they went to Martha's Vineyard every summer. And when, you know, they was on the outs during the summer. So she called her ass to Martha's Vineyard. Even though she didn't know nothing about Martha's Vineyard, she was like, well, they the only black family around this bitch. So they gotta show up sometime. She was just walking around every day, just hoping she'd see him. And I feel like because we see things like this, like black people in Martha's Vineyard. Now, I did not know anything about this Oak Bluff, but black people being in Martha's Vineyard is kind of just like 1 out of 5. Yeah, like it's white people, drop of black.
Well, so I'll say this. I think when you get to a certain side of Martha's Vineyard, like when you're on the Oak Bluff side, like it's a very historic situation and it is very black. And it's actually like it's a sight to see. Like, it's because I never went to Martha's Vineyard until y'all. until you know, I never went to Old Bluffs until literally with y'all. And
See?
well, but I think I think it's more of like, I also think it's more of a Northeastern thing, because you don't, even though I have friends that are, you know, in the, like in Houston or whatever, they go to the Vineyard. It's not something we grew up doing. It's something that we've like evolved into doing, you know? So I can see somebody from the South not really knowing what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
But I think Northeastern people really do know that it's a thing.
There was this TikTok that I saved literally like 2 days ago. This Black woman, she did talk about Sag Harbor, but she spoke specifically about like 3 different areas in Sag Harbor that, were Black populated. She was like, if you guys have to come and buy property in the Hamptons or rent out in the Hamptons, go to these areas.
Yeah.
And I was like, safe.
It's a thing. No, because we don't own anything there, but we have friends that own out there. Well, but you got to understand, I live in the Northeast now. I didn't grow up.
Erin would do something like that.
I grew up going to Galveston. You know what I'm saying? Like that's our beach, or other beaches in the South. Like Southern people are not conditioned in any way. Let's say 20, 30 years ago, we're not conditioned in any way to say, oh, we're going to the Hamptons or to Sag Harbor for the month or for the week, whatever. It is very much a regional thing, 100%. And I think that it's sort of bled down to the South now, because I do have friends, who go. Matter of fact, I was with my agent the other day, and she was like, "Oh, are y'all going to the Vineyard this year?" And I was like, "No." Because you got to do it a year in advance. If you don't do it a year in advance, like it's grape. Sorry, it's grape.
Grape Vineyard.
And so I was like, no, we're not going, because she knows that I've been there a few times, and it's not a thing that we do growing up in Houston or Dallas, because she's from Dallas. We don't grow up going to the Hamptons or going to, Cape Cod. I think it's cool, but I also think that there are amazing places in the South. Let's be real. Like there are. Just because you don't know about it, because you're making a face over there. Like there are, like there's Gulf Shores. Gulf Shores is like really cool to go in the South. There's Sarasota. They literally have like blue water beaches. There's tons of places in the South that you can go, like just in the Gulf Coast area. Because again, I'm from the Gulf Coast area, so those are the areas that I know. But nobody really looks at it like, oh, it's fancy, they're going to whatever. But I mean, it's cool, but you gotta look at it. People in the Northeast look at it like that. Ain't nobody from Houston saying it is a thing now, but nobody from Houston's like, oh, we have to go to such and such. Like, bitch, we going to Jamaica.
I was about to say, we going to the islands.
Right. Like, that's what I'm saying. It is very much a regional thing. And I think if you go to certain schools like Howard, Spelman, Hampton, Morehouse, if you go to those schools where there's so many people from everywhere, then you get access to that and you're introduced to those things. But otherwise, if you're from the South and well-traveled, that's not a thing for you.
Actually, they made a video. It's like a double contra in terms of genetic, certain genes being superior. It brings back.
But she ugly though.
Ooh.
Like,
yep.
I mean, you know what? Okay, let me not call her ugly.
I think she's very.
There's nothing very basic. There's nothing impressive about her look. Maybe if they had somebody like Charlize Theron.
Yeah.
Like, who's another pretty white woman?
I don't know people. I don't think that she's ugly. I think for a white girl, surgery. She's pretty curvy, and that's probably why.
Who?
I think that she does have big breasts, but I feel like she's a little hippie.
Who?
The Sweeney girl. Actually, I'm saying her name wrong. What's her last name?
Sweeney.
So I said it right. Sweeney.
That's what. Look at her face. I'm sorry. Like if your face don't deliver, like if your face don't deliver, like what are you doing?
I honestly, I don't want to say she's ugly. I don't think that she's ugly.
I retracted that. I just said she's basic.
But I feel like because of the outrage, we know why she was chosen. We don't. She's a white girl, blonde hair, blue eyes.
They could have used Charlize Theron.
But also, they're pushing her. They're pushing the fuck out of her. She became popular off of Euphoria. I think she's been in a very...
What was her?
She's been in back-to-back movies since.
Tell me.
Netflix stuff, to be honest, that I know.
I like Netflix.
No, yeah, she's not like the best actress. So it's like, we gotta get her out there. No, she did do good on Euphoria.
I don't remember. Was she like a dope head or something?
Which was the hugest storyline, to be honest, for the whole season, because I started to forget about Rue. Honestly, I
remember that name.
Like,
nobody's forgetting about Rue.
Yes, no, okay, but the
My dog
storyline started
We're not talking about Rue the
shadow
person.
Rue and her drug problem. Everyone was obsessed with Maddie after that season. Maddie shined. She should have. I don't even know why we haven't heard anything from her, but they're pushing this Sydney Sweeney.
Who plays Maddie?
Her name is Alexa Demi. Someone look it up.
Yeah, that's why we know. That's why we know they're not pushing her. Yeah, interesting.
I would never notice. Like, who looks up stuff like that?
No, baby. People ain't got stuff to do. They can go look and see what my registration is and yours too. And I don't know how it works in New York, but they can tell you who I voted for.
I know that we plan to just say, let's not talk about that because that's not our business. But I feel like there were also, because I just came across this like controversy like 2 days ago. So I just was like, let me see what people are talking
Which
about.
controversy?
This ad, this campaign.
Oh.
But there were also Black people in the comments, because I educate myself through the comments as well. I'm like, what's everybody else saying?
You need context.
Right. So they're like, I don't understand. Why are people mad? Why does this bother people? And it's just like, if you don't understand why this bothers people, then
must have been a bunch of Gen Z niggas.
No, because I'm just like, wait, if this is an ad saying that, what exactly was her line, Christopher, that you kept repeating? Yeah, I have good genes and it's when you are a blonde hair, blue eyed girl saying, I have good genes. What does that say about everybody else? That you're superior because you have exactly.
Can I point one thing out? Blonde hair and blue eyes are recessive genes. I don't know. I mean, I'm just, what kind of fuckery are they trying to like indoctrinate us with when they're trying to sell us that recessive, weak little sorry ass recessive genes are good genes?
Does this not bring you back to the time where they were like, this is...
No, I know. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Exactly. And I was like, the people that don't find this problematic,
But I think, one, you have to look at it. The reason why they don't believe it's problematic is because, one, they don't know the context. And the context is that, obviously, there's the whole double entendre thing that's going on here. They don't understand the historical context. And they also don't understand, like, the, I guess, physiological context. There are not many people that I genuinely hate. No. I strongly dislike some people, but, like, as far as hate, Candace Owens and Greg Abbott is like top two for me. We can talk about it later. I'm sorry. I'm doing something different.
Sydney Sweeney has great genes. They put that in quotes. Is and always was about the genes. Her genes, her story. They put genes as in genes.
J-E, okay.
Yeah, J-E-A-N-S.
A-N-S, yeah.
We'll continue to celebrate how everyone wears their AE genes with confidence their way. Great genes look good on everyone. And this was such a bullshit response because you guys are completely neglecting the fact that this campaign was a double entendre. Exactly. They're
That's
doubling
exact.
down.
Yeah,
They're
versus being like, you know what? We didn't even consider that. Wasn't enough black people
Yeah.
or color people in
Is
the
and
room.
always was about the genes. No. You know
Whatever.
what this campaign was actually about.
Well, I think in the environment we're living in, you have to think about where we are right now and take into place like eugenics, this ideology, Project 2025, and where we are today. The ideology that replacement theory is that a lot of white people believe, which is completely misguided. If you know anything about dominant and recessive genes, you know from the beginning you lost, right?
Did your mama give you some
Listen,
blue jeans?
Of course, my mom is too big to pass down any.
My mama ain't gave me damn pair of blue jeans. I'm just saying.
But listen, I like the double entendre idea. They should have picked someone that was hippie, or she wasn't it. I was like, you chose someone
Right,
with
yeah.
blonde hair, blue eyes.
It should have been smarter. It should have been
nothing to do
smarter.
with jeans. You should have got someone with a curvy look to fit your
Really a
jeans
fat
nice.
person, like at least a size 10.
And then it wouldn't have
Something-
anything to do
It
with
will relate to somebody in
recessive genes.
America.
Right.
You're right. You're actually right. I agree with you 100%.
Like they could have done it so much better.
That said, we are going to change directions and fuck them. We're not finna talk about them no more. That's the end of that.
Okay. Is
Auntie
anybody
has spoken.
this is not very auntie of me, but I'm obsessed with this new show I just started watching just a couple days ago.
What's it called?
The Summer I Turned Pretty.
Oh,
Has anyone
wait,
heard about this?
what is it on?
It's on Prime.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
I saw one person post about it because the new season just dropped sometime.
I'm finna look it up
Sometime.
right now.
A new season just dropped and this person was like so happy about it. And I was like, that's a good title. The Summer I Turned Pretty. That sounds like something.
Okay.
It's their third and final season. So I started from season 1 a couple days ago and I've been fucking obsessed.
Is that good?
Hooked. And honestly, it's all that comes up on my social medias. And I am just, it's essentially about a girl and she matured in one summer. She, she became pretty.
It happens.
Yeah, so her mom has a best friend and they go to this house they go to this beach house every summer and she spends the summer with her brother and her mom's best friend's sons. She's the only girl and she's the youngest, so she's always felt like left out. The boys do their thing. Nobody pays attention to her. She always hangs out with the moms. This summer, she's pretty, she's hot, and now
In her face.
Listen, the mom's best friends, now her sons are looking at her and she's being pulled left and right between these boys. And one of the sons, she's had a crush on her whole life. So now he's finally looking at her and she's finally getting her moment just for the other son to be like, I always liked you. What?
Amanda,
No, honestly, it's so good.
sounds very Disney-ish.
No. It sounds because I'm explaining it like I'm explaining it the way it needs to be explained. But
Where's the drama? Yeah, I need
if
a little.
I tell you all of
Is anybody dying?
Yes.
Oh, somebody dies?
I was literally, I was just about to say, if I tell you all the tad bits of drama.
There has to be something. It can't be
it's a lot.
on Prime.
No, there's a lot of, I'm surprised you haven't heard of it because I feel like it's.
I literally went to my Prime
one
today and was looking for something to watch. Somebody died. Wait, do they die early? Because I don't like.
No.
Oh, they died. Wait.
First
Early
of all,
or
you
late?
don't know that they're gonna. I hate
No.
that she even forced me to
trust
say
me,
that.
I would know. I can tell when something happens. I was like, oh, they finna die.
It's a lot of character building. It's a lot of layering. The show is just really good. I gave you the basic plot of it all, but the show is really good.
If you say so.
Ooh, and Prime also going to put that
What
up
else?
there. We Were Liars. Did you see that?
No, actually.
Did you-
So I think it was on my. I think it was on my thing.
That one's good as well.
I actually, when I looked at it earlier,
Let us know what you guys are watching.
Oh yeah, let it. Yeah,
Yeah, because I feel like I run out of things to watch because I get addicted to shows and I just finish them out and then I'm sad and then I don't
Ooh.
have anything else to
it's
watch.
only one. It's only one.
Yeah, it's a one and done kind of series. When I do want something that's long term, because I don't like to be without watching a show, I retreat to watching my favorite shows all over again. You know how much times I've watched One Tree Hill,
never.
Pretty Little Liars.
Never.
No, One Tree Hill actually is one of my favorite shows, as well as Pretty Little Liars. Those are top one and two.
You know
for me.
what? It must be real good because I've actually never seen it in my whole life.
Really?
Mm-mm.
My mom used to watch that as a kid, and I used to just
Wait, your mama watch what?
One Tree Hill.
Your mama ain't watch no One Tree Hill as a kid.
No. My mom used to watch One Tree Hill when I was a kid.
Oh, okay. I was like,
No. When
I was like,
I was
what?
a kid, and I remember just watching whatever she would watch, and I was like, this show is so good. So I used to watch it when I was a kid,
fair.
and that honestly the best drama a kid can get.
That's like watching soap operas. Yeah, girl, I was about to say, I feel like that's the equivalent of Dawson's Creek.
Yeah, that's what I was.
I feel like that's the equivalent of that.
You probably have no idea, huh?
First of
No,
all,
I know Dawson's Creek, but that's not ever something I've ever paid attention to. Also, the other one with her name is
Felicity.
No, it was
The-
just her
the-
and her
the-
mom.
The girl, the young girl with the blonde hair.
Gilmore Girls.
Yeah,
that came.
That was another one I never paid attention to.
Yeah, they lost me by then.
Wait, was that around the same time as Gossip Girl? Because I never really
No.
watched Gossip Girl when I was younger either. I watched Gossip Girl for the first time maybe 2 years ago.
Oh,
That was my first time
I've actually
watching
never
Gossip
seen
Girl.
it.
Yeah, Gossip Girls came way after. I feel like Dawson's Creek basically birthed all these shows.
Yeah,
In my opinion.
as it being like a
yeah,
yeah,
that.
like soap opera-y
in the
drama.
evening.
Yeah, you're right.
They were like, oh, we could get people to watch the WB or whatever.
because everything else was like a comedy,
Mm-hmm.
a family-based comedy. It was like all versions. It was like all flavors of comedy.
Yeah, but like the drama,
Yeah, what's it called? Dramedy.
dramedy.
It was kind of, but actually, most of them wouldn't even. It was just drama.
There was no comedy.
I wonder what streaming service people watch Degrassi on.
Paramount.
I
Paramount
think I
owns
have-
Nickelodeon.
Do they?
Do I have?
I used to love Babar.
Paramount owns a lot. A lot.
I don't know. I gotta ask my mom if she got Paramount.
Well, if
Nobody-
y'all got it, let me borrow it because I'm not
First of all,
buying it.
Nobody has Paramount, but like they make
Everybody watches the shows.
like we
It's
got
probably
Paramount.
like illegal sites and stuff. Cause that's where I had to watch what's the show? Love Island.
So okay, we're on Love Island. So just FYI, never seen it.
Me either.
I really have no idea what
But
the premise
I know
is.
the gist. I know the drama.
So I don't know what the drama or the gist or I have no idea, but I know it's popular.
It's a
I
Kenny.
feel like it's like very standard relationship show. Like there's not too much to it. They put a whole bunch of singles in a house.
But why is like everybody so
Kenny's a Dominican man, and he was with
Dominican?
Dominican
man.
Oh, I don't.
That's
Oh,
what she
man,
said.
a man. No. I was just. I don't know if I
Well,
heard
Kenny
it.
was on last season. He wasn't this summer.
because it's been trending now. Because
Yeah, it's
he
been
was-
trending now because honestly, I feel like season 6 of Love Island, which was last summer,
Okay.
made Love Island pop. Like
Okay.
Oh, it
Love
was
Island.
last year.
Love Island has been around for years though.
So can you tell
Yeah,
why
let us know,
it's
'cause
popping
I have
because
no
of that
idea.
whole like he's like I don't even like black girls.
Oh, that's why it's popular.
Well, I don't. Well, that's
Well,
the
that's why it's
drama with
trending.
it
And
right now.
He brown, ain't he?
He's Dominican.
No, he's Dominican, but I don't. That's not why Love Island. is,
Wait. I asked, is he brown?
No, he's a light skinned Dominican.
Oh yeah, he's got Euro Spaniard.
He looks white.
Yes,
He looks Spaniard.
he looks Spanish.
He doesn't look like an Afro Latino. He
I'm
looks.
not necessarily saying Afro. I'm
Oh,
just
no.
saying like
but he's not Euro He doesn't have Eurocentric features or anything.
That's
like
what
that.
I'm.
No.
Okay, so I'm wondering we got a little self-hate. That's what I want to know.
No, all day.
Okay. That's what I'm trying to figure
I
out.
know someone like that. So
All
in real
day.
life,
Let me see what this nigga look like. Kenny Rodriguez.
but there's
Wait,
yeah.
you lying. This is him?
yeah, that's him.
He looks black. He looks literally just like my cousins. The fuck?
Well, you know you got light skin ass cousins.
Yeah, and they're black. Like, that's the thing. Like, that's why I was asking, does he look... I was wondering if he looks...
Well, to me, that don't look black. If I saw him, I know that that's a Spanish.
If we were in Houston, what would you think he was?
Spanish,
We don't have Spanish.
Hispanic, not
Right,
Mexican.
Right, he's a... Matter of fact, he actually looks Mexican too.
I don't think he look Mexican.
Maybe y'all Mexicans up here, baby. He look...
No, you see, like, I don't know. I don't want to say our Mexicans. Like, we don't own Mexicans. Like,
What I do know is that he looked black.
I feel like there's a lot of drama within the Love Island cast, whether it be last year's cast or this year's cast. But it's a very simple relationship. Let's see who can get together, who likes each other. They bring in new people. They test relationships. They play games and they have challenges and they go on dates and all of these things, right? Last year, I think it really blew up for them because I think that was the most entertaining season that they ever had for Love Island US. So they have Love Island US and they
Oh,
have
it's multiple places?
Love Island UK. They started with UK. UK is probably on season like 11. It started with Love Island UK. They started with Love Island US like a couple years later. Love Island
interesting.
UK is the more popular
Are they
brand.
quick question. Are they on an island?
Yeah, they're in Fiji.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And nobody cared about
curious.
literally nobody cared about Love Island US. Everybody watched Love Island UK. It was only last year that Love Island US became popular because they had entertaining people, to be honest. And those people came out of the villa last summer and they got huge brand deals and they made Love Island popular as fuck. So everybody was watching Love Island US again this summer. And that's really all the hype is about.
What created the hype though?
Last year's drama.
Which was?
Serena and Cordell, the only black couple. Well, actually, they were the winners.
Was that
They were the
in
winners.
the UK or here?
That was the US.
Okay.
That was this last year's season of US put Love Island on the map. Like,
So they were the winners, and like, are they together now?
they are still together. They just literally just celebrated their 1-year anniversary like
Oh,
yesterday or 2 days ago or something like that. But I think that season they had a lot of successful relationships. They had a good entertainment, and we just got a blowout from one of the successful relationships, which was Kenny Rodriguez. He paired up with a black girl. They were
and so what happened?
they were the second runners up. They weren't the runners up. They were the second runners up. So they were about to make their 1-year anniversary as well this month. Like last week, 2 weeks ago, the black girl came out and she deleted all pictures of him and unfollowed him. And I don't know how people clocked this so quickly, but then people started speculating that they were broken up. And after like a couple days of speculation, she came out on Instagram and said, "Hey, as you guys already can see, me and Kenny are no longer together. I've seen people had like theories of what had happened." She was like, "I've seen all of your theories and I just want to let you guys know that none of it is right. It's far worse than what
sorry.
you guys think it is." I knew it was racism off the bat, to be honest.
Wait,
Because-
has it come out? Like, has it been confirmed?
Yeah, it has been confirmed. Only because that cast from last season, they're all still friends. So when she unfollowed him, they all unfollowed him. So I was like, what could he have done to make every single one of them It couldn't have been cheating. Why would they care that he cheated? Like, I don't think that a whole.
You should, but I got you.
I mean, I guess, but it was also guys.
I got you.
It was also guys unfollowing that were also his friends. I was like, why would his guy friends care that he cheated enough to unfollow him? I was like, it has to be something big. It has to be something like he's canceled. And apparently, like, she went through his phone, or like some messages popped up. I don't know which one it was, but he was having conversations with his close friends that Janae was a lot, and this is why I don't date Black girls. This relationship isn't paying me enough. So basically, he was in the relationship. He stayed in the relationship for the money, because they were getting a lot of brand deals. They all get fucking huge brand deals. They were invited to the Grammys. It was like,
I mean, they probably had some like upstairs seats. I don't know.
well, this cast, that's what I'm saying. This cast, they did a lot of things. And I think that he just was like on the bandwagon, was like, let me see what else
Honestly,
this relationship
surprised.
can get me,
Not
even though I don't fucking like her. Like,
it ain't that much to like keep me around somebody that I don't fucking like. Like, I just, I could see somebody be like, oh, it's for the money or whatever. I can go make money. Like, it's hard. It's so hard. Like, do you understand, like, just being around somebody that works your fucking nerves? I'm not saying that they just can go over there. Like, I'm saying somebody you genuinely dislike.
it wasn't even surprising, though, to me at least, because I always looked at that specific couple and was like, they're not gonna last. I'm
Damn.
surprised that they're still together, but they're not gonna last. And only because I did think that she was a lot. I was like,
What is she she's over the top, or
she's
like,
over the top. She actually came into Love Island saying, like, I want a husband, I want 4 kids, I want a golden retriever boyfriend. Like, she's like,
What's a golden retriever boyfriend?
like, do whatever I say. Like,
oh,
yeah, just like a good boy.
oh, I never heard that. That's interesting. Okay.
And it was just like, he is not really outspoken. He's kind of quiet and like chill. And I was like, I'm sure that this is a lot for him. Like, I was like, I never really felt like they meshed. And it just makes sense. I was like, okay, so you stayed because you was getting money. Like,
But what was his, what was the proof? Like, what did he just said, I don't like Black girls? Like, is that it?
that was the statement. Someone put out a screenshot, but I don't trust what I see on social media. I don't know if this was fabricated. I don't know if to trust the screenshot, but that's what the screenshot said. He said, this is why I don't do Black girls.
Because I'm really only asking because I'm just not familiar.
They're doing Love Island Beyond the Villa right now, which is a show about their lives after the villa, because they were so popular. And one of the storylines within their relationship was that he did not want to share a room with her. So the producers, all of the cast, they have them in LA shooting for the summer. So they're all, I guess, in one building. And I mean, they could have easily like shared one apartment together, but he was like, nah, for the summer, for the whole summer,
Is this her?
I want my own. No.
Oh.
Wait, I showed you the screenshot.
No, I know. I'm just trying to see what she looked like. I don't know. Honestly, who
His
fucking
his
cares?
excuse was that, oh, she just has a lot. She does glam. She has makeup, and her I believe that, but he just wanted his own space. But then when she would like talk to her girls about it, her girls was like, that's weird. Like, because they're all still in their Love Island relationships and they're sharing an apartment with.
Because what man that
guys.
likes you don't want to be around you?
And they're the only couple that was doing long distance. So the other couples, they're kind of like in the same cities and they see each other very often. They're doing a long distance relationship. So I was like, if anybody should be wanting to live together.
Interesting.
But I was not surprised.
Fuck him. That's how I feel.
Fuck Kenny Rodriguez.
Yeah, fuck you, Kenny Rodriguez. You can eat a dick. No, and don't cut my shit off, Alan.
Wait, what are we talking about?
It's actually
Texas?
really important. So, right now, they're trying to take 5 seats out of the state of Texas, congressional seats. and it's gonna really disenfranchise. Matter of fact, one of the seats is where I vote, so I would be impacted by it. Um, we already know what gerrymandering does and like how it seeks to disenfranchise the people who are not. Um, I don't want to say white, but I'll just say the people who are minorities minorities in this country, not the global minority. I mean, not the global people, but the global. I mean, the minorities in this country. Um, I want to say one. I think it's good because it has it has lit a fire under Democrats. Not your regular noisemakers like Tallarico and Jasmine Crockett and whatever, but it's lit a fire under them, like to say we're gonna fight fire with fire. Meaning, if that actually goes through and they're able to take 5 seats from Texas, California is about to make it a zero-sum game. And they're gonna gerrymander the entire fucking state and make it. I think they have 52 seats there. It's about to be 52-0.
So wait, what's their reason for?
Because the president, he said I need 5 seats out of Texas. He called the rollaway nigga in chief, Hot Wheels. He's our governor, and said he needed 5 seats, and all they said, "Oh, what can we do
So
to?"
what was his reasoning behind it? Like, what?
That's what they fucking do. What do you mean reasoning? Well, because like they want to take away. It's gerrymandering. They want to take away congressional districts that have typically been Democratic districts. And they want to like cut the lines so like rigidly and whatever, such that it takes away the voice of non-white people, and it makes the districts essentially Republican districts.
I mean, Texas. Oh yeah, Texas is anyway.
Yeah, but the thing is that Texas is gerrymandered so badly that it's not a red state. It appears to be a red state, but it's not a red state. Texas is like, real talk, Texas is like on its way to be purple, but like the place is gerrymandered so badly that it appears as such. It just, and I don't know if you've been following any of this, but people have like the reps have left. So you need quorum if you have like a formal meeting or formal whatever. You need quorum, and quorum is like the minimum number of people to be able to meet and have a vote. The Democrats, I think they went till maybe the opening session or something, and then they left so that quorum was not met. And so they've gone to other Democratic states where they could essentially seek refuge, because the governor is trying to like send state police after them or whatever. But yeah, to arrest them and bring them back to Texas to make them vote. And mind you, this is like mid, what is it called? Census. So typically when these sorts of things happen, it's after there's a census and you have the numbers to support how the districts are drawn. And then you have nonpartisan, what's it called? Nonpartisan entities that would do these maps or whatever to make it fair and equal. But what they're doing now is not the case. They're literally just like stealing votes. That's all.
Yeah, that's actually crazy. Well, we're halfway through year 1.
I honestly, I don't know what to say. Like,
We have 3.5 more to go.
the good thing, I will say this: the good thing is that I'm not like a huge fan of the New York state governor, but it appears that she and the governor of California have been like, all right, y'all fuck around with Texas, y'all gonna find out what happens in New York and in California. They're allegedly ready to make it a zero-sum game where, okay, y'all take those 5 seats, we're gonna take everything in the state. So I can appreciate that. But it also makes me question, like, where the fuck y'all nuts been? Like, why they just dropped? Why did it take all of this for y'all nuts to drop to like act? You know, like they're like, oh, they're not following decorum. Like decorum has been out the door. Like, what are they still? I really don't understand, but I'm glad to see that there are governors who are willing to stand up. Clearly, Greg Abbott can't stand up to shit. He's lame as fuck. And I'm not even being like, I'm not being an ableist. No. I'm not being it. He's in a wheelchair, and that's another reason why I don't like him, because he has
hashtag Greg Abbott under here.
No. That's not. I wasn't saying it for that reason. That's what most people would be. That's what most people would say it for. I'm saying it because, like, how are you representing a state that has always been defiant against literally everything, and you just waiting to sit under Donald Trump's nuts? And you know what I'm saying? Like, literally. Literally.
No, yeah, I get it.
It's like you're from a state where come and get it is like a theme of our state. You know what I'm saying? And Trump called down here. He was like, yeah, I need 5 votes. And Greg Abbott was like, oh, I'll get them for you, master. You know, this nigga lame. I cannot wait until they roll his bitch ass out. Like,
oh boy.
No. No, but that's not being ableist. They would literally have to roll him out.
You said roll.
How else would he get out?
Let's just say just get him out.
No, I want them to roll him out, because if it was a person that was not in a wheelchair, I would say, I can't wait till they walk his bitch ass out.
Would you say walk, or would you just say get?
Yeah, no. I would say walk, like, because it's emphasis, like walk somebody out of somewhere. It's the emphasis on physically walking somebody out of a place, not dragging them, because dragging them is them showing defiance. I want them to, like, if they can walk them out. And because this gentleman is in a wheelchair, I'm saying roll him out. I'm not trying to be funny at all, because if I was, I'd be laughing right now. And to be honest, it's not really a laughing matter. That's how much I cannot stand Greg Abbott.
Okay, roll him out.
That's literally how I feel. Roll his bitch ass out. I cannot stand him. He has zero. Sorry. No, well, he has 0 balls for sure. But no, he has just conviction about like what's right. But I've been saying this before all of this happened. I've been saying this since years ago. The reason why I don't like Greg Abbott, and the same reason I don't like Candace Owens, is that when they benefited from a policy, they were okay with it. But then when it was time for someone else to benefit from that particular policy, they were like, oh, well, I'm not for it, or it doesn't exist. Like, Greg Abbott got his money from a tort, right? But he was the main nigga, like pushing tort reform. So you want to get paid, but then when the same thing happens to somebody else, you don't want them to get paid? Come on. Where's your integrity? 0 integrity. Same thing with Candace Owens. Candace Owens, everybody knows she was a little young black girl up in Connecticut, and she had some like racially motivated negative things happen to her. She filed a lawsuit. She won. But now all of a sudden, racism doesn't exist. Now all of a sudden, these things don't happen in America. Now all of a sudden, you raise yourself up by your bootstraps. Fuck out of here. And the ironic thing is that she's like, her parents, she's not ADOS. She's a fucking immigrant. Like, I think her parents are some Caribbean island. They are not descendants of the transatlantic slave trade. No, they from some island. So like that's my issue with her. It's like, it was cool then. It was cool when it was happening to you, but when it happens to other people, you have no. I get it, but I have a deep like issue with people like that. You know, So, like, those are like two people that I literally cannot stand. If I went to
St. Thomas,
some island, see, well, her parents, right?
the Virgin Islands, which is technically U.S. territory, though.
But how do they treat people from U.S. territories in the United States?
I mean,
Exactly. Look at Puerto Rico. They couldn't even get the same amount of like FEMA coverage and FEMA assistance that we would normally get over here when their country when that country was hit the way it was. I don't know. Again, no integrity. Fuck her. Like, I'm glad she got a perm and like figured out her look. She looks better these days, but I cannot stand. No, she does. Glow up for sure.
the perm is crazy.
Well, no, I'm glad she got a relaxer. I mean, I don't need a relaxer, but I'm glad that whatever it is, she found something that works for her, whether it's the natural look, whether it's a
Kill for
relaxer.
a relaxer.
Huh?
I said I would kill for a relaxer.
No.
I can't, because my hair is blonde.
Yes, you
But
can.
I miss it. No, I can't.
Yes, you can.
Whatever plan you think you know about, I'm not in, because
You seen my mama. My mama literally used to have blonde, relaxed hair. I'm telling
you
you.
know what? You told me this
I
before.
told you that.
But you see the
But
waves.
she wants it to be
You see
like
the curls.
Straighter, like easier.
I've been wearing my hair like this all year. Thank you. Because there's
It's longer
nothing-
now, though.
there's
It's
nothing
longer
else
now.
to do with it, though. That's my point. So if it was like straight, I could do a little pixie curls or something, but I can't do anything with it.
I keep telling her she can, but she don't want to listen just because I
But
don't.
She thinks that there's a way to blonde and perm your hair, and I'm not going for it because every time I've tried, I've had to shave my head off.
Or-
Now 3 times.
Where's your license? That's the problem. You trying to blonde
No,
and relax.
I don't mean myself. I just mean the attempt of it.
No.
When my hair is like this,
Well, I'm saying that because I'm saying that because I know what happens when I sweat.
God forbid I sweat.
Yeah.
Like,
She gonna have a fucking a pump or like a buff
yeah.
someone, but it's gonna be on the side of her
Like-
head. What side do you sweat on the most?
What side?
Oh, well,
She's a sweater, so she knows answers to questions like that. I don't know.
but I'm just saying it's gonna puff up where the water is. Anyway, if you really, girl,
I
you
be
could
running now. I told
you
you, I'll
can
be going
literally-
for a run. I'll
You could call my mama tomorrow and she'll tell you what to do.
be walking now. I'm trying to be more presentable when I go outside, but that doesn't stop the sweat.
Well, it keeps it flat.
I stay in a do-rag. There's a do-rag in my car. I keep a do-rag or 2 in my car. I stay in a do-rag. This shit needs to stay
I haven't worn a do-rag since I had braids.
Usually, every time I come here, every Thursday, I do my hair.
Amanda, come to my house.
I literally do my hair right before I come here every time. And my do-rag stays on until I get here. All the time.
Y'all, let me know if y'all think Amanda should come to my house and I should do her hair. Because I'm just saying.
She gonna fuck me up.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna dye it.
All my
I'm
hair
gonna
fall
dye
out,
it.
and we're gonna be in her bathroom shaving it all off.
No, we're gonna go to my barber and he's gonna thin it out. That's the thing. Like, even like here, like my hair is super thick, like up right here and like kind of right here. Like he thins the thick parts out so that everything like lays down nice and smooth.
But we also have 2 different hair textures.
Not saying that I don't recognize that. Not saying that.
Because I'm like, you talking about your barber thinned it out, so now it lays flat. Like,
But I'm saying like the barber is a part of it. That's what I'm saying. I mean, you can keep doing what you're doing, or you can trust me. I've been blonde and short for a long time. So, guys, what do y'all think? Chat.
I did see it land there,
They
but I
trying to
was
get
like,
me. They got a Chick V. They got
Chick-fil-A?
Oh
No.
no, nobody here know what Chick V is. Oh Jesus Christ! I don't want to scare y'all, but
Is it a bug?
no, it's a like a disease carried by mosquitoes.
I
And,
saw
like,
it land on your shoe too, but I was like,
apparently there's
oh, it didn't go on her foot, so it's fine.
apparently there's an outbreak in China.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah.
But I didn't click. I saw the headline, but I didn't click the
that's
article.
Chick V.
I
Yeah.
didn't click the article, so I didn't.
Only reason I know about it is because like there was a bad outbreak in Jamaica a few years back. Huh? No, you could die. Yeah, like one of the people that used to work for my in-laws, like at the house, they died from Chick V. So I don't know if it's like you die if you're untreated or if you die if you get it. So I'm not sure like what the yeah. Yeah, it was so Jesus Christ. It was like really, really, really bad in Jamaica at that time. Apparently the men are so worried about like women saying that they're done with men. They don't want to deal with men. They'd rather live by themselves. They're men.
They worried about us saying that?
Men haters. Well, that's what they saying. The weak niggas. Probably the ones that can't get women. Because real talk, if you get women, you're not really worried about women that are saying that.
Well, let's not throw out numbers. We don't.
Yeah, 'cause I don't know the numbers, but I just know that like it's a thing these days. And I mean there are really a lot of women, and I'm not saying like it's not even that this stuff is in my algorithm, but like when I go on my Apple News, I get like an email every day from Yahoo News. I get if I get on YouTube or whatever, there's always
You get notifications from Yahoo News.
It's not really notifications. It's just more so like these are the top things of the day. It's not curated at all. Like you would get the same shit that I get.
But not from Yahoo.
Yeah, it's from Yahoo.
So you have a Yahoo account?
I got a bunch of accounts.
Erin is one of the people that always clown me for.
No, stop.
Hold
Stop.
on.
No, you
I
stop.
didn't even get
No, because you're
to say what I was going to say.
No, because you don't have the context. The only reason I have a Yahoo account is because that's how I play fantasy football.
Nice. Even better. Erin always clowns me for me having an AOL account.
Are you comparing AOL to Yahoo?
Absolutely. Because Yahoo is absolutely no better.
You weren't even fucking born when we was typing on AOL. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? I know AOL. AOL is my childhood. As soon as I
Can somebody help Amanda? I don't even want to embarrass you.
My computer, you've got mail. I had a dial-up computer.
How?
That was in my house.
Oh, maybe because y'all were foreign. I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
Like being on the computer as a regular thing, that was not my childhood. My parents let us use the computer for like games and stuff every once in a while.
This doesn't make sense. No.
Why?
Think about it. If Amanda is 27, right? If you're 27, and let's just say at a minimum 5 years old, that's only 22 years ago. She's saying that AOL was the top hit for email account 22 years ago. That is not the case.
It absolutely was, though.
Oh my
it
God.
absolutely was.
It's not true.
How? How is it not? I created my email address, my email account in elementary school.
How old were you? Wait, no.
I don't know.
You created that email account because that's what your parents had. They were old and they had the fucking AOL. It's not because AOL.
I was in school. I did it in school.
Thank you.
I had a new phone and it forced me
2007?
to have a Gmail account.
No.
So I remember just giving myself a random username, not thinking that it was going to be an email address. I gave myself a random username to just get through the login of this new phone that I had. And that's when I had this Gmail account. And I used that Gmail not even for a professional email because it was a username.
It said hot Amanda.
No, to be honest,
sexy 27.
my Gmail is Bacanalis Manda.
What? Bacchanal?
Bacanalis It's
Terrible.
Yeah, it's
terrible. It's like slutty Amanda.
No, it's not slutty. Bacchanales is like
from Carnival.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like it's essentially saying slutty Amanda.
No, it's not slutty. You calling Carnival slutty is like crazy.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's the it is the equivalent.
Like, no.
It's like saying sexy Amanda Sue, 1987.
Saying you're a bacchanales means like you party, you go to Carnival, like you're
hot gal for the streets them. See? They know what I'm saying.
Literally use my Gmail account as my spam email. Like I do my shopping. Like whenever I shop on Fashion Nova, I use that. I use that account so that all my shopping emails, everything comes to that account. It's an AOL account. Absolutely.
Yes,
it is.
Hold on, y'all. I'll never forget when we were in college. One of my friends from college is Sonia Richards, right? And I remember when we were in school, she had an AOL. I used to kind of like, why do you still have an AOL? Why? Like it literally makes, not even Hotmail, not a Yahoo. I'm not even saying you gotta have a Gmail, but like AOL, like literally, I could literally in my phone right now, she might be the only AOL account that I have. AOL.com.
Put me in there.
Right? No. That is not cool. That is not cool.
You know what it is? It's like it feels strange.
No, it's weird.
Why would I change it though?
No, you don't have to change it.
There's nothing wrong with it. Like
If
AOL works very
Listen, if it's
seamlessly.
functioning, you like
Has my first, my last name. It's my most professional email address. Why would I change it?
If you like it.
If you like it,
if ain't nothing wrong, why I gotta fix it?
Anywho, what were we talking about at first? You got us on the tangent.
We was talking about Yahoo.
No, but real talk, get rid of it.
What you got on your Yahoo? That's what you was talking about. You got something?
Oh, Misandry. Yeah, so it's a big thing right now. So we talked about this on A the Table. Remember the 4B movement? I think it's 4B I called it.
You had mentioned, yeah.
And women are just like, and you know what? Perhaps it is on my algorithm.
Like that is curated for her.
Well, I mean, there's two women that I follow. But I don't get other people. It's like these two women that I follow and they come on my shit or whatever. And I actually like them because they give a lot of good advice that I think that is actually good for men and women in a relationship. They talk about like the mental load, like sharing responsibilities as a man, like don't help out at home, like do the shit. You know what I mean? So it's that. So I won't even say that it's curated for any particular like ideology. But anyway, there are a lot of women these days that are just like, I'm divorced or my husband is dead. I'm not remarrying. I'm not taking care of another child or a person or a human being. Because I don't want to call a person a child, but I don't want to take care of a human being that I would have to look after as a child. Or even women who are unmarried. No children. They're just like, I've seen what my friends are going through. I seen what my mom, my grandma is going through. I don't want that. And they are just opting out, regardless of what societal pressures are, regardless of what regardless of them actually wanting a husband and a family. They're like, I'm not giving up my mental capacity and stability and everything else that goes along with it just so that I can have a husband and a child.
I completely understand that. Because, I mean, where you were going with it at first, like, men are tired of women that say, I don't need a man, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm so far removed from
It's
that.
not that, though.
Like, I'm so
Yeah.
far removed from that narrative that, like, I don't need a man and I can do blah, blah, blah. Because it's so, like...
It's toxic.
It's toxic. And it's like, what does that do for us as a people? Like,
Nothing.
It doesn't do anything. Like,
Well, I think it highlights the truth. If that is the truth for a lot of people, I think it highlights their truth. But I think as like a general matter, perhaps it doesn't do much for us like living together as a unit.
But I also don't think that people really understand like how much their words mean things,
What you
right?
mean?
So like you're saying these things, and I know that women very frequently say these things just because it's like something to say, like it's a kind of like a movement.
You think so?
Yeah, I definitely there's a large amount of women that
Interesting.
say things like that. Like, I don't need a man. I could do this on my own. I'm independent and blah blah blah. Like,
Have you heard?
of course I have.
Not on social media, but like literally in your circle, you've
No.
heard this?
Well, not in my circle, but like people my age.
But like people in person, in your face, you've heard people say this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I feel like this day and age being independent has like women very upstrung. Like, they don't, oh, if I could do this without a man, what do I need a man for? And I feel
Do
like
you find something wrong with them saying that?
at first I didn't, because I was actually on that as well. I was. But it's just like, when you think about what you want your actual future to be, like, what good does it do to talk like that? Or to like you manifest what you talk about. And I feel like people don't understand how like heavy their words are, or like the truth that they bring to their life when they say things like that.
Well, but okay, and I'm only going to counter that by saying that what if that is in fact your reality? Meaning there's no man that you've had a significant relationship with that brings any sort of like benefit to your life.
Well, I don't want to say that that means you don't need a man, or I just think that whatever choices you've made, maybe you need to.
So it's the woman's fault.
It's not, I'm not saying fault, but I'm saying maybe whatever you chose just did not do any
No, no.
good for you.
And
Not to say that
fair
anything
enough.
in the future could be different.
Fair enough, but that's not actually what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that like if you've had situations that have not been favorable to you, and you have found from those situations, like as life lessons, you have found that you can in fact pay all of your bills. You can in fact save enough for your future and your future care and your savings or whatever. You can in fact maintain your home and pay a mortgage and this, that, and the other. Life has actually shown you that you can live and move in a way that doesn't require a man to be there, right? Because you can cut the grass, you can take out the trash, like all these things that are typically like men things. Life has literally shown you, and experience has shown you that you can do it on your own. So if you say, well, I don't need a man, but I want a man. And those are two very different things. That's why I was asking like what it was you've like heard and seen, because I can tell you right now, I don't need a man. But the thing is that like as a companion, that is what I want. You know what I'm saying? Like I want somebody to like be there that I can talk to. I'm not trying to kiki with my homie. You want to come lay in my house, in my bed with me?
Me?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like that's exactly what I'm saying. So I think that a lot of times I don't know if women saying that is necessarily a trauma response or
And I think that that's definitely my point, that it's a trauma response, because they've probably had one too many.
That's the thing. I don't think that's
bad
what it is.
I think that that's what it is. They've
Mhm.
probably had one too many bad situations, and it's just like fuck men.
I get it.
I don't need any man for anything.
It
or
does seem
blah,
like
blah.
that.
Yeah.
I agree. It does seem like that. And I can't discredit that position at all. But I also think that as women, like as we stop. Remember I told you a picture of my auntie and I was like, this is my auntie and my uncle.
Mm-hmm.
She was like in her teens when she got married. Teens, not 19 and not 18. That I know for sure. And my uncle was definitely in his 20s. 100%. That I know. I think that we have gotten so far away from like that being the situation where life has actually, in fact, shown us that we do not need somebody else. Life has shown us that we came in this bitch alone. And at this point in 2025, we can absolutely leave alone. We're not necessarily beholden, or we don't require a man to like exist in the world. Like, because we have access to money, we have access to education, we have access to all the securities that a person would need. You know what I mean? So while I actually 100% agree with your perspective, I think that it's kind of at this point it's kind of like a life lesson. It's not trauma or like so many bad situations. I literally think like we've seen, like our friends are getting married at 30. At 30, if you don't know how to do this shit on your own, you got a whole nother pack of bullshit to be dealing with. You shouldn't even be worried about getting married. You know what I mean? Like, you should be worried about building your life skills. I just don't think at this age, I just don't think it's a trauma thing. Maybe 40 years ago, I think it's a little bit more reasonable for it to be a trauma response. But now, it's hard for me to say that is a woman's response to, that being her position. I just don't think it's a response. I don't think it's a response to trauma. I just think it's like, it's kind of how life has gone. It's just how we've had to deal with.
Do you think like men maybe are having a hard time reconciling with that? Maybe
100%.
because
100%.
I think because if you don't need me, then what is my position? And I think like the way it's phrased, right? Where when women are saying, I don't need a man, but ultimately, this is the problem in the message landing. Yes, we still need companionship.
Absolutely.
We're human beings. People need people. If we know that people who aren't in relationships and that don't have community, their rates in terms of diseases across the boards are much higher. Death is much higher.
Yeah.
Like, we know that, right? So we know that we need companionship. And I think the way we're phrasing it and the way it's landing for them is not it's not processing.
The way that we're putting it out is
Yeah.
not the way that it's being
Yeah.
not consumed in the
It
same way.
should be better that,
Thank you.
hey, like, I
Thank
don't
you.
need you.
I literally want
like, I'm not a
you.
parasite upon
Thank
you. Like,
Yeah.
I choose you because,
We-
like,
we've talked
yeah,
about this.
Yeah, we definitely have.
but it's not landing because it's like, what do you mean you don't need me?
I have a question. We've talked about this, and I know you and I were on the same page when it comes to like needing and wanting. Why is it that you think that what women are saying as far as like, we don't need you but we want you, does not translate to men as understanding that someone wants you, so they're here because they want you?
I think historically men have a very role where it's like, I'm here to make your life better. My role in your life is to fix any issues so that you are better because I am here. Do you see what I'm saying? And if I
That's
don't,
women, but that's what women do.
they do. Women do that, but
it's
they
like
do it in a
men-
different way.
Men are raised to be providers, right? So it's
No. I'm sorry, I have to interject right here, because even in the traditional relationships, the women are providing everything. The men simply provide a paycheck. The women are providing for the children. They're providing food and nourishment. So the breast milk, the seeing after them, diapers, everything. They're cooking meals for the other kids, for the husband. They're literally providing everything. The only thing the man is bringing in is his financial resources. The woman is providing literally everything in the home. So it's hard. Again, when words have meanings, it's really hard for me to understand how provide has gone the route that it has gone. Because when it comes to who's really doing the provision, it's really the woman. Think how many things. Let's just say the man brings a check, right? And that's typically what we're looking for. We're saying the man, he brings his resources, right? And the woman brings everything else. I want you to name 10 things under everything else. Name them. It should be enumerated. It should be enumerated so that people can understand what I'm saying. Because you're bringing, so you go as a man, you go and exchange your time for money, right? Right?
Right.
And you bring, so it's a 1-to-1. You bring that money home. That's one thing. And you only there for 8. Matter of fact, we'll say 12 hours. We'll say 12 hours. We'll give you 4 hours on top of the regular 8 hours, right? So you go and exchange your time for money. You bring that home. What else is a woman doing? You're providing food for the children that need breast milk. You're cooking food for you. First of all, you're going to get the food from the grocery store, and you're cooking and you're planning for everybody else in the house that needs to eat food. You're cleaning the house. You're making sure that we have toilet paper, we have paper towels, we have dish soap, we have body soap, we have dog food, we have fuck everything. Literally every fucking thing. The woman is providing all of that. But we look at the men as being providers. Like, that don't seem off.
You know, I think what that comes from, if you look at it in mechanics, because the world has changed, but I think previously, if you look at it from a mechanical standpoint, the man would go out into the world,
Yes.
right, and deal with the mechanics of that, whatever that involves, right?
Yes.
And that's a lot, right? And the
Not
woman,
downplaying it.
no, absolutely. Like, that's an outside mechanic. The woman would deal with the mechanics of in the home, right? So all the pieces to the puzzle of what's happening in that home is like the woman and handling that. All the outside. And the thing is, both are probably dealing with different burdens and challenges. Absolutely. But the world has changed.
And I've said this before, and I've told you this, Alan. Like, I agree. We do have to give men a level of what's the word? Grace.
Oh.
And I've said this a million times.
I'm like, respect.
And I know you and I know y'all have heard me say this a lot, but like, we do have to, because the world is changing very rapidly. But I also don't want to give men so much grace that they don't feel a need to adhere to what the world currently is, you know, because that's all they doing is being white men and upholding like supremacy, right? Because, like, think about it, just 60 years ago, we know what the United, I ain't gonna say the world, we know what the United States was. And people didn't want to change, just like men today don't want to change with respect to their relationship with women. But a change had to be made, and people had to start having a different mindset. So it's like, while I believe men absolutely deserve grace, at what point are we done with that? You know, or we could just keep dealing with the same bullshit that black people deal with today in the United States when it comes to white supremacy. You know, we don't really have a schematic to follow, because white supremacy has never left the country. Patriarchy has never left the country. So we don't really know.
Jesus, to be a black woman.
Right. I mean, it's the truth. And you know what? And in this very moment, and I don't want this misconstrued, in this country, to be a woman, period, No, and I'm only saying that in this moment because to be a woman, period, there's a level of like otherness. There's a level of like second class citizenship, so on and so forth. And we're not even talking about being of color. When you put of color, like it's a whole nother like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But just in this country, it is what it is. You know, and I think for us to not, what's the word? Identify and accept it, we would be doing like women as a general matter. We'd be doing women harm. So that's why I say I wanted it framed that way. Because, you know, even though we have women that uphold white supremacy every single day, you know, Karens, we already know, like, and ironically, they're the ones, their men are putting the thumb on them. What they really don't realize, the thumb is on them. We're just a casualty. You know what I mean? Yeah. I women, y'all got to do better. That's all I got to say on that. I guess because I actually feel like so strongly about it that I don't want to say too much.
Well, I hope in this segment that we can have more conversations like this and we can.
And understand both sides because men need grace, but women also need understanding
I'm like
from
a
men.
huge believer that men need grace. I don't want to portray myself as a men advocate. I feel like sometimes that's how I come off sometimes with
No,
like
but I've said that a million times that the way the world is moving at the pace that it is, men do need grace. But like at what point does the grace not endorse bullshit? You know what I mean?
I feel like people just need to understand empathy.
Yeah, exactly.
This
I
is the
agree.
biggest problem that like we face. Like take men, women out of it. Like
Make it a people
yeah,
thing.
just make it a people thing.
You're
Like
right. I
the
agree.
the thing is, if it's not happening to me, it's an abstract concept. Like I can't really grasp it.
yeah.
Like I don't have to go through something to have empathy for someone else.
I totally agree with that. I feel like we should come up with like a lot more topics, women like geared towards women, so that I don't know. I feel like we can feel good about ourselves. So we give like tips.
Like
on,
what? What do you mean?
I feel like this specific, yeah, and I feel like this specific relationship topic,
I know what you mean.
yeah.
Can
Like-
I give an example?
Okay, go ahead.
So if you're at home and like you've told your partner or spouse, whatever, like, hey, cause real talk, like your spouse should be helping out at the house. Like, nigga, you live here too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that we should have more conversations about like how time is occupied by doing certain things, right? So let's say your husband goes out 12 hours a day for work. Let's say you also go out 12 hours a day for work. But when you come home, you are cooking, you're cleaning, you're feeding the dog, you're opening mail to, you know, for the house bills, you're determining, are you doing a mental inventory of what else we need? Do we need more Doritos? Do we need more Scotch bonnet peppers? Do we need more tuna? Whatever it is at your house. So like that's another 3-4 hours on your day. So it's like when you understand how much everybody's time is encumbered and how much in the value of that time, I think that's the only way to have both parties understand what's really going on as far as appreciating, you know, everybody's role in the house.
I agree.
Just a thought.
Women are exhausted from explaining basic emotional needs like listening and empathy. Just being in the dating world myself, I don't know why men are so far gone with just basic emotional needs, like basic shit.
I mean, I don't know either.
I mean, you're married, and I don't know how.
No, it's the same thing.
Like, I don't know why you would have
I
to
just wanna say
explain.
why you don't-
Like,
The way, like you're saying, how don't you recognize the same way you're saying, how don't you recognize certain emotional cues or whatever? I'm saying, how the fuck don't you recognize the dog that has wasted the dog food on the floor? Or
well, that's like
the toilet paper that you could have just put on the thing. Like I'm just saying, it's all recognition. You know,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. That's all.
I find myself saying, well, like, if you like me, why you don't do this? Like, well, why I gotta tell you to go? Like,
Niggas
why,
is weirdos.
if you
though.
like me, you know, I find myself saying that a lot. And it's just like, you don't really like me. Moving on. Men who delay dating until financial stability is reached are 3 times more likely to marry successfully and stay married. At what age, though? Because men who are men who are financially stable, what age does that come at usually? And I was, like, you're at what age you're gonna date younger and you stay married?
I think it depends on like who. I think it depends on the partner you're going after. I actually don't even necessarily know if the variable is who you're going after, not necessarily delaying until, because if you put like 100 men who delay, right? But the only thing that's going to change in how they partner and marry and stay together is going to be based on the age of the women. It's not going to be based on them waiting.
And I would actually argue just a little bit, not for further conversation. Is a man really reaching financial stability without a woman by his side? That's just, I'm leaving that open-ended. We can go to, when money isn't the problem in a relationship, character becomes the focus. Stability doesn't hide flaws, it reveals them.
I think flaws are going to be wherever they are. Like, but I do think there are certain things in the relationship, like money, that can exacerbate the flaws. So I think it's kind of like a chicken before the egg type thing. Meaning the tolerance level is lower when basic comfort things are not secure.
I actually just find it funny that it says that character becomes the focus when money isn't the problem.
The character should be number one.
Character is always the focus.
Right.
I'm going to notice any character flaws within you, whether money is a problem
Character should
or
be
not.
number one. Yeah, I agree.
Women who make over 100K are more likely to be single and say they prefer peace
Who is that
over.
person?
I know her.
Oh, really?
She came on the show before. She's a
No.
model with
I
I'm
can
Next.
see it's on the show, but I don't know. I never met
She's
her.
a model with I'm Next. She was a guest.
I don't even.
Are more likely to be single probably because they want to date someone on their level and don't want to have to pick up any man slack. Maybe that's their piece over the, I don't know. Having to deal with a man's ego too.
Men with no kids and no marriage plans are the fastest growing demo. Sorry for them, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know how to feel about, because in my mind, I'm just like, if you have no plans.
That was the only thing throwing me off. Like,
if you have no plans, then I mean, you have other things. Bless you. There's other things you should be worried about.
You know
the
what?
woman is what is it called?
like-
The variable. What's the one that doesn't change? You know how you have like hypotheses, the variables. Like, what is the one?
There's like a recent episode or maybe recent clip where I said that I'm happily single. That I don't know why that had people in an uproar, because how can you be happily single?
Really?
Yeah.
What were they saying?
I don't know. Someone actually DM'd me and said, "Oh, you're 27. You can't possibly be happily single at this age. You should be married with kids." I actually ended up responding to him and said, "Excuse me," but then I was like, "Amanda, what the fuck are you telling this man excuse me for?" I said, "Just block him." But I do want to read what the fuck he said, because I was like,
Please,
what?
let's go.
I was like, what is this man talking about?
And
Wait,
let's hope she responds.
if I blocked him, is this still going to be here? Maybe not. I feel like maybe not. But it was very weird because honestly, I didn't even know what he was talking about originally. But I was like, this has to be from an 8 at the table clip. It has to be. Because I was like, what is he talking about? Like, why are you randomly DMing me saying that I need to be married and with kids at 27? And it like
Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save
he was
her.
so stupid for saying
Hey,
that.
when
And I
people
was
send
just
me
like,
dumb
what?
shit, well,
But
most
they
people
have the
know.
best quality of life, single women.
Yes. And you know who benefits from that best quality of life? Rescue dogs. I ain't gonna lie, like black women that have, I ain't gonna say black women, people who don't have kids, they can have a spouse. But people who don't have kids, like, baby, them dogs they get the life. And you know what I saw? So I saw something today, and it was a husband making a post about him and his wife. He was like, as much as I want a kid right now, he said, my wife and I simply cannot afford it. And so until we are in a position to where, we can afford it, honestly, when he said afford, to me, I kind of took it as like more than money. Because it was like, if they can work and still have the time to like see after their kids, that's how I took it. He didn't say that, but that's just how I took it. And I could be wrong. But he was just like, in the meantime, like, our dog is our kid. He's like, right now we have friends, they're having kids. Some are struggling, some are not. Some are in good positions, some are not. And they were just like, we're not gonna knowingly bring a child into the world that we can't be certain about our ability to provide.
Yeah.
And they were like, so right now, they showed their dog. He got a bed with a heating pad.
I mean, dogs are a good responsibility.
They're an incredible responsibility.
Well, true.
But it depends on what kind of dog you have.
Finances aside, just to learn how to care about
To care for something else.
something else,
it does make a
like-
difference.
You understand like why people are like apprehensive where
Oh, 100%.
like, if you're spending $2,500 a month just for, and this is just for daycare or school care or whatever, right?
There's nothing else.
For one kid, $2,500 is an apartment for a lot of people.
Yep.
So you can understand in your area, if that's what you're spending, you're gonna be like,
let me rethink this.
yeah. And then like they say, South Korea is having a big problem. They're having a big problem with the population.
That's where the was it 4B? That's what 4B is.
It's like it's
Let me practice homeschooling kids.
because it's like almost impossible to keep up with like
the
just
cost.
your
yeah.
quality of life, having a good, decent
Yeah.
quality of life for you. It's not like you out here doing the most. And then having to bring a kid into it where the cost is like impossible. They made it impossible. And then now they're like, why aren't you guys having kids?
Dating fatigue is real. 72% of single women say they're tired of emotionally mentoring the men they date.
What does that look like? That's my question.
To be honest, it is fucking exhausting because, I mean, I don't think that I've dated a lot of people, but I think that I have enough like experience to know things. And sometimes having to be like, okay, well, you should be doing this, or you should, that is exhausting because, all right, next caller.
No, but I have a question. I'm sorry. Can you go back to that, Alan? What does that mentorship look like? So if you're a person that's complaining about that, like, what does that look like?
And that's why it's exhausting for me, because I'm the type of person that don't feel like they need to be mentoring anybody at this big old age. So I don't like to open my mouth and say, hey, I think that you should be doing this. And I require this. And now I know that part I should be doing, because if I require something and I like someone and they like me, then I should be telling them how they should be loving me and all of this and all of that. But it's just like the simple things. If you can't do the simple things, if I have to tell you how to do the simple thing, maybe you're not for me, because
Do you do you find that like that is a common thread amongst males, I guess, in your dating age group?
Yes. And I say that just from knowing guys I'm friends with, other friends and their dating situations. Cause me, I don't let too many people talk to me. So it's not like
Brooklyn.
I don't like
Got
have
it.
this like reoccurring like dating scene or whatever, just from what I hear around like my peers and stuff.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, it seems to be reoccurring. And I don't know. I really
Sorry.
don't know where guys get their dating mentorship from. I think that that's very important.
Ooh. That's
Ma-
a good question. I
Yeah,
wonder.
because I don't know if that like they talk amongst their guy friends and they talk about like
question.
how relationships are for them or what they should be doing or what it should be like, or if these are things that they pick up from their parents and not just like trying to replicate what their parents' relationship was, but like if their fathers talk to them about how they should be treating a woman in a relationship. Like I don't know where they get their mentorship from.
Any idea?
I have actually been going to ChatGPT, like honestly, for dating. Like, what should I be doing, or what should I say when I want to ask?
That is not the input that needs.
No, honestly, good answers. Good answers, because sometimes I'm just like, how are boys this like?
But do you understand how that works? Like, so that is literally the response that they're shooting out is based on a number of other people talking about that exact same thing, complaining to ChatGPT. So they're like finding the most common thing, and then that's how they're responding. So it's not necessarily like, oh, it's right. It might make sense, but it might make sense because that's the other shit you're hearing. And that's what the input is. Like the shit comes from somewhere. That's people don't understand it. Like ChatGPT, like the input comes from just other people. That's literally where it comes from. Just other people.
I'm not mad at that.
I mean,
I'm not mad at
right,
that
but-
because if I don't know some shit and I'm asking the computer for some shit and they give me options for a reply, because I actually do like that they did that. Like I asked, what do I say if so and so and so, and they gave me a different kind of responses. Like, oh, this is a sweet and gentle response. This is a very forward response, and I liked that. And I was like, okay, that's cool. I probably wouldn't say that, so maybe not. And I liked it. That was cool with me.
Amanda, the only difference with that is like you're giving an input. You're like, hey, I want to say X. Make this softer. That's not necessary. Whereas that I think is fine. There you have people who are literally saying, well, hey, I'm going through a divorce. How should I handle X, Y, and Z? In those type of situations where you're giving like seemingly subjective responses, I think that's where it's problematic. Because all they're doing is like taking, I won't say the average, but like just the most common response to that particular prompt. And they're just going to regurgitate it to you.
Yeah, I understand.
I don't know what it is. And the thing is that I think, so I am not saying that I'm against ChatGPT or AI or whatever. I'm just saying I think that a lot of us don't know how the responses are curated. Guys, thank you so much for joining our new show. We don't have a title.
We don't have an official title,
Yeah.
but we're working on it. So again, let
Yeah.
us know if you like.
We have, what was it?
Don't Call Us Auntie.
Don't Call Us Aunties. Queen's Court.
You came up with another one when you came from the bathroom.
I said, what is it? The
Tilted
tilted tiara. Because heavy is the crown. What else was there?
There was Queen's Court and Queen's Table. But I like Queen's Court better than Queen's Table.
Yeah. Okay. So we have those three. And let us know what y'all think about those 3. But if you have something more clever, we are totally open to it, and we will forever give you a shout out if you pick our show's name.
For sure.
Like
But
forever give a shout out.
this was the pilot of our new segment. So you guys also comment on any topics you want us to talk about. We'll be happy
Absolutely.
to.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I would love
Go
men. I know you guys. I don't know if you guys will or will not like listen to this show, whatever. But like, I would love to hear y'all's perspectives on things so that we can talk about them, because I think there's a lot of things that y'all experience or want a microscope put on, but it typically doesn't happen. So I would love to like dive into those topics. So we appreciate it if y'all would, send that in.
Yep.
And so we're gonna. Do you have some left? She has.
I do.
We're
I
gonna
stopped drinking because I need to
cheers.
pee very bad right now.
We're gonna cheers to our new show. Thanks for joining. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all, and let us know what you think.
Can't wait to talk to you guys next time. Mwah!